Hey, what's up you guys? It's Maddie Jay, the acting coach, and I'm back at you this week reviewing another video. So this week, we're gonna be reviewing the incomparable, the amazing, the crazy talented cast of Ginny and Georgia. I know. I think I've watched this show about, I don't know, 3 to 4 times. My friends are actually starting to get a little bit annoyed with my Netflix choice because it always goes straight to the show. I think it has so many levels, so many dynamics, and they've casted it fairly well. I'm super impressed. I love the story, and I'm super excited to react to it once more because you know with watching TVs and movies and just films in general, each time watching is a different experience. So without further ado, let's get started. Now this particular clip is from episode 9, and I don't want to do any spoiling, but if you haven't been to episode 9, you may want to refer to this video a little bit later. The episode title is Feelings Are Hard, and this is when Georgia has to make a very hard decision between the two loves of her life. So let's figure out what she ends up doing.
Did you see the way the crowd responded? You were amazing.
I felt good, but that was all I could, Georgia.
You know, and I want to stop before we get too much into the scene. It's so funny that we've seen her character progress so much to the point where we almost, it's like, it's so nice to see Georgia genuinely liking the mayor, right? Like, you can tell how genuine her feelings are, and for to be a woman as cold and as brutal as somebody like Georgia, it's actually very refreshing to see.
You might actually win.
I know.
Did y'all see that? I think, in my humble opinion, the absolute best scenes are when actors are locked in, like right here. Like they didn't say a word, but we all felt what just happened.
I knew this was coming.
So, also, you can kind of tell what Paul's feelings are. Paul knew what was happening. He's probably been in the situation before. He likes this girl a lot. He's like, okay, look, what are you gonna say to me? Because I know what I'm gonna say to you. Because Paul has already shown us who he was. He's already shown us. So it's pretty exciting to see what he's gonna say when Georgia says what she's gonna say.
Zon wants to stay. Give it a real try. I'm so sorry.
Wow, this is unbelievable.
I slept with him.
Did you get it out of your system?
Unbothered.
Come on, Georgia. Did you really think I didn't know you were gonna sleep with him?
I'm sorry.
No, don't do that. Don't end things with me because you were weak and gave into some unresolved feelings.
So as you can see, I think Paul's character, he did a lot of pre-work because I feel like it's a natural reaction when you're acting. You know, if it's in your scene to be like, oh, be disappointed because the girl that you want to be with had sex with somebody else, her ex-baby's father, you would want to be like, why did you do that? But that's super surface level. But you can tell that the way that he's reacting is like, I've been here before, I've done that. I know what you're gonna say. I know what you think you want. But let me tell you what I know you want. Like he has so many layers within his personality as to who his character is, which is why it comes off so well.
Because that is what's happening here, right? Georgia, do not tell me that you are that short-sighted that you cannot see this.
I've got history.
Exactly, that's all you have. Zion is your past, he is not your future.
Woo! So again, I think these two actors know exactly who they are. Georgia, she knows who she is, but she's also in love. She likes love. She loves being in love. She loves these men who she's dealing with. And all she can see right now is, for her objective is feeling her truest love in its purest form. And all she's known that as is in her ex. And this guy in front of her is like, his objective is helping her understand that that's actually him. And I think when you have such clear objectives, again, it just comes across as like, it's not even acting. It's like, oh my God, this is so real, because who hasn't seen two people argue like this before.
Look, don't beat around the bush with me, Georgia. We are the same people, you and I. And it's not always pretty, but we are cut from the same cloth. I knew it from the moment you pulled that stunt with your organic lunches. Power is what you felt out there. Power is what we need. We both have something to prove, and goddammit, we are going to prove it. And together we can be unstoppable. And Zion, he doesn't see that side of you.
Melting. So I think in a lot of scenes, if not most, it's always a battle between, it's always one actor wants something, another actor wants something else. It's always a battle between who is going to get what they want, whether they're arguing, whether they're happy, whether they're sad, whether they're, regardless of whatever they're doing. It's always the most entertaining to see when two actors have very, very strong objectives and they're using very cunning tactics to get what they want, especially when one of them gives in. That's where the vulnerability comes from. That's where it's like, oh my gosh, I feel I can relate to this person, because we're all vulnerable, we're all weak sometimes. And when we see that reflected upon ourselves, we're like, oh my God, this is so real, because these actors know what it's like to tap into human emotion.
So now you need to choose. I bought that for you right after our first date, because I knew that a woman like you only comes around once in a lifetime. I see how hungry you are. I see that it gnaws at you, that it keeps you up at night, and he doesn't see that. When you close your eyes and you picture it, what do you see?
Well, stakes are high. See, now earlier when I mentioned tactics are obviously things that people are using to get what they want. Like they may think about fighting. When you're fighting someone, you're slashing a sword, you're punching, you're ducking, you're kicking. Those are tactics in order to win the fight. In this scene, the stakes got so high. It's like, what do you have to lose? What if you don't do what the other person wants you to do? What's gonna happen? Boom. Georgia's character wants love. She wants affection. She wants to feel belonging. She wants stability. She wants somebody to take care of her. And this is literally everything. Even though her ex did that for her, it's sitting right in front of her face. Like, she doesn't have to fight for it. She doesn't have to make herself uncomfortable or change. It's like, wow, this is what you want. We'll take it. And it's like, what? So we're literally watching a character make an emotional decision to get out of their comfort zone, to make a change, to be a new person. And it's super riveting, because you can see in her face, she's like, okay, all these things are going on through her head. And it's because we know George's character, right? And I mean, I think if this was a scene where we were given this chunk of a scene and we didn't know what was to happen, I think we can still tell, you know, even if we didn't know the history of these people, they make it very obvious as to what they want. And then when one of the characters raises stakes and says, hey, this is what I want, and they're luring the other person in with something that they know that the other person wants in order to get what they want. And that, my friends, is incredible acting. Well, that was an incredible scene from episode 9 of Ginny and Georgia, now playing on Netflix, starring Antonia Gentry and Brienne Howie. And in that particular scene, Paul was being played by Scott Porter. So incredible scene. I'm definitely going to be reviewing a lot more clips from Ginny and Georgia, because I don't know, it's all the rave in these last few months of quarantine. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Let me know what else that you'd like to see reviewed and reacted to. And until next time, I will see you all. Bye.